What is up guys, Cookie here and welcome back to another video, and today we're doing one of my most highly requested videos on the whole of internet. Yes, it's how to make absolutely amazing thumbnails like me on YouTube. So yeah, as you probably see by the thumbnail of this video, it would have been absolutely amazing. So yeah, we're going to start into this. So basically it's Photoshop but free. Just think of that, you know, the Photoshop like 300 quid program. Yeah, it's actually now free. The software is called Paint.net. I'll leave the download to it in the description with the other links for these things called, what are they called? I have no idea what they're called. Just like downloads for fonts like this amazing one called Jelly. And yeah, it looks absolutely amazing. The one I tend to use is called Grow Bold. You probably would have guessed, like, by looking at this little theme. You could probably like see it that I've used it in probably most of my thumbnails now, because it has to be my absolute favorite. I'm not sure why, it just has like a cool vibe to it, like a cartoon vibe. So I'll leave a link to all this stuff down in the description for you guys to download the software for yourself. So basically, to start this off, you're going to do File, then New, and then do the YouTube thumbnail requests, which are 1280 by 720, as we do not want our video to be stolen. Not stolen, stretched, that's the word. Okay, so what you do is select this, and then you can press delete, and what it will do is turn this into a PNG. So that means all these little weird squares, yeah, turn into magic. And then what I quickly did was paste a spiral image which I got from the internet. Literally just press spiral, and because this is literally like Photoshop, there are things called layers. You can press add new layer, and now you can see we're on the second layer. And what I'm going to do is put up some text using my amazing font called Grow Bold, and I'm just going to write how to make, as this is going to be the beginning of my thumbnail on how to make thumbnails. So obviously in the bottom corner you can select the color if you want a solid plain color, but because I'm fancy, we don't want none of this poop. And yeah, or you could go for bright pink. Maybe I actually do. You can change the font size, which I do change it a little bit. So once I'm happy with this, obviously you don't want to make it too big or you won't be able to read it, but you want it to be the perfect size so it grabs your attention and looks pretty fancy. Next, I press the magic wand, and basically what this does is highlight the area. So if you hold down shift key and then select it, it will highlight all of the area which is on that one layer. So for layer 2 it's all pink, so everything that's pink is being selected. You can change the tolerance, so yeah, as you can see, the different tolerance makes the different amount that it selects. So then you can press effect, go down to style, render, and then press gradients. So this is probably one of my favorite features of the thing, because you can have multiple colors and it has like this awesome fade technique, which really does grab your attention. So obviously I'm just going to go for some nice little contrasting colors, and you can see red to yellow, it makes like this nice little orange in the middle because of like the fade, which is really cool. But for this I'm just going to go purple and green maybe. Not quite sure yet. Maybe, there we go. Let's go for a bit of a light one, or not really sure, to be honest. So as you can see, like contrasting colors makes a fade, but I actually do end up deciding on using orange, I believe. Yeah, which is pretty cool, so it fits in with the theme in the background. Then you press render, and then you can click away from it so you can see it. So at the moment you can't like really see the A, so there we go, I just kind of hid the background so you can see what it looks like. Next you can click on the effects button, go down to object and press drop shadow. This makes it stand out a lot more already, so you can choose different colors, and it just makes it look really good and catchy to your eye. So if I select black, it has already made the thumbnail like 100% more amazing. Okay, like that does stand out a lot more. You can change the shadow opacity, the blur radius, which kind of just makes it smoother, but I tend to keep it on a low because we want it to stand out. Or you can change the widening radius to giant to basically kill everyone's eyes, but no one wants to do that, so we just go for a nice black. You can use different colors depending on your background or the theme, but for this I'm just going to use a nice solid black. Obviously it's like a black outline but with a fade to it, so it makes a nice little shadow. That's why it's called drop shadow. So what I'm going to quickly do is go on Google and type paint.net logo, as I just want a little logo. I'm going to show you guys how you can import random pictures that you get from the internet and put it into your file. So once I've selected it, I just click on it, and then, you know, everyone knows how to copy and paste stuff. You literally click on the image you want, and then you give it a good old right click, and then you press copy. Okay, so we copy the image, go back onto our file, and create a new layer so it's on top, and we press Ctrl V. Now if you want to do this so it expands it, all you need to do is hold down Shift and then drag it, and then it will stay the same proportion so it doesn't ruin the proportion. Next, we're going to go back to the magic wand that we were using earlier, but this time for deleting stuff that we do not want. So we change the tolerance down a little bit, so then it removes it, and then press delete, and then it will remove the areas which were all white within that one area, which I decided to delete as I didn't want it. So now we can zoom in, and as you can see, it got rid of the white background that I didn't want. So now it just has the logo, which is really useful. Obviously you can do this with any image. I'd recommend if you're on the internet using a PNG file, as you then don't have to do this, saves a bit of time. So remember, you can hold down Shift, and also all these little arrows in the corner, you can tilt it to make it so it changes the angle, so it can be customized for yourself. Say I want the text to be on top, I could just drag the layer down, just like any pro photo things, and then just move it around, which is really cool. So as you can see now, the text is above the image, and it's looking pretty good. So as you can see, this little border, at the moment I can't do anything outside of that. So say I try typing something, the only thing that will be showing is inside that border. So you just gotta remember that. Sometimes I mark that up, and I try typing something, I was like, why is it not working? And it's because it's not within that one border. So to get rid of that, you're just going to press one of the random two border things, click anywhere on the page, and you're basically sorted. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is make some more text. So it says thumbnails. Yeah, sorry about that, you can just see some random notification in the corner. Absolutely brilliant. So you want the main topic of whatever you're doing probably in big letters. So yeah, I've decided to use a very big font for this, which is Y, but then I make it a tiny bit smaller, so it's just fits in, and when the drop shadow happens, it works. So again, I'm using the magic wand, increasing the tolerance, because if the tolerance was low, then it'll make it really pixelated on the edges. Go back down to photo and render the gradient, and it will keep the same theme going on, so it will keep the same orange and yellow and stuff, or whatever you used last time, and I used orange and yellow, so that's why it's kept the same theme, which is really useful, so it creates like a theme for the thumbnail. And I go down to object and do another drop shadow, so obviously it makes the text called thumbnails stand out a lot more, which is a lot useful. You just press OK, and then it makes it look absolutely amazing. Okay, this is how amazing it is. Okay, it's like fabulous basically. So now I'm just gonna write in paint.net, but obviously I want to make it a bit smaller, as that's not the really important part. I'm just like tuning it so it does look a little bit cooler or whatever, and you obviously don't want it too big for bits, or then it would look like the main topic. But as it's in paint.net, that's the main software, I decided to keep it a little bit big and center it. So what I do next is then do the same thing as I have done before, so use the magical wand of magicalness, okay, and then select it, and then repeat everything I have done. So go down to effects and press photo, render, and gradients, and then keep the same theme, press OK, select away, because if you did it now and press drop shadow, the drop shadow would not work, so you've got to select away from it or the drop shadow won't work. And now you can do it, and as you see, it will show the drop shadow, which is really cool. So this is pretty much how you can do a thumbnail. There's obviously millions and millions of possibilities on how to make thumbnails. So say I want in Paint to be behind, I can have change the layers so the little logo is above the in Paint. So it just kind of makes a little bit of 3D to it. Say I want to tune it, I can select it using the select tool, then the little cursor button to move it, resize it, and keep it how I want it to. So obviously this is just a random tutorial on how to do it. You can do it however you want. There is no correct way on how to do this, as it's literally impossible to have a correct way on how to make a thumbnail. So yeah, as just then I didn't select the full thing, so that's why it only moved part of it, which was a silly mistake, but sometimes happens. So if you want to get rid of that, just select a random area, except again I selected a random bit, so just press Ctrl Z, because obviously Ctrl Z, Ctrl C, and Ctrl V obviously all work because it's like a normal application, so it works with that. So you can resize the image, drag it to the location you want it to make it look absolutely amazing for you guys to do yourself. So I don't want everyone to go and like steal my theme, which I have. Be sure if you do want to, I don't mind. If you think it's that absolutely amazing, then you can use my own theme if you want by using like the spiral stuff. But just credit me like saying that I showed you all the links and stuff if you like make a video showing on how to do thumbnails and stuff yourself using inspiration from my video. So just for example, I'm just going to search minecraft.png because I normally do Minecraft videos. If it ends in .png, it will have these little squares in the background, which means you don't have to manually remove the background, and it means it's really good because I can just paste it, and then it'll be nice and crisp on the edges, and you don't have to remove the background, which is really useful for me. So PNG files are the savior of the internet basically. So you can go drag it around, do whatever you want, change the angles, and make everything amazing. So as it's not my normal type of video, I'm going to go for 10 likes. Hope you guys did enjoy this video. If it was any use to you, give it a good old like and subscribe for more. Thanks guys so much for watching. Hope you guys did enjoy the video. See you guys next time. Bye.